y'all? So there's a new Diddy documentary coming out on Peacock called Diddy, The Making of a Bad Boy. It's due to air on January 14th, but it's not the only documentary in the works about the original bad boy, Sean Combs. All right, first up, the newest one coming out on Peacock is next. There's some people featured in this documentary who was in Puff Daddy's orbit. Gene Deal, former bodyguard, Al B. Shore, former co-worker at Uptown Records, and one of the first male accusers, producer Lil Rod, is in the documentary as well. He's the one who has a lot of the footage and is saying that he knows for sure minors were involved, plus a lot more. Now, over the past few years, these documentaries have been getting people cased up. Now, Diddy's circumstance, he's already locked up, but in retrospect, Surviving R. Kelly's documentary put the feds on him. There was an Abercrombie and Fitch documentary that came out, and the government started looking into their creepy lifestyle, and now the former CEO has charges, so these things can be extremely damaging. Diddy's reputation is already in the ground, and I'm sure this documentary is not going to help him at all. Now, I do recall when all of the allegations started swirling around and police started tightening their investigation into Sean Combs, 50 Cent was one of the first people saying he was about to do a show about these allegations called Diddy Do It. He announced it publicly on social media. Some of us thought he was trolling. Some of us thought he was serious. Well, he did ink a deal with Netflix to create a show about the scandal surrounding Sean Combs. Now, everybody is looking forward to the 50 Cent documentary because it seems like he does have a love-hate relationship with Diddy, and I think the hate portion has only escalated when Diddy got into a relationship with 50 Cent's baby's mother. So 50's doc was the one I was looking forward to the most. However, the Peacock one jumped out first, and honestly, I think that puts 50 Cent's documentary at a disadvantage because the public is only going to want to see so many of these projects before they become desensitized, or they're like, hey, we've heard it all before, so 50 better get on the ball quick. So here's the list of some of the other Puff Daddy documentaries. TMZ actually has a great series called The Downfall of Diddy, and this was the first one, and it aired April of 2024, and you can watch it on Tubi now. What's interesting about TMZ's doc is they're updating their series over time. So as new information comes out, they'll add a new episode to keep the whole saga going. So right now they have 3 parts. Part 1 is the downfall of Diddy. Part 2 is the indictment. And part 3 is Inside the Freak-Offs. And TMZ is doing a good job of getting a lot of credible people to speak on both sides. They've had Stevie J and Ray J on there to take up for Diddy. On the contrary, they've had Tony Busby and Aubrey all day to talk about some of the bad things Diddy's done. So TMZ is trying to keep it a little balanced. So that's the TMZ doc. Next up, of course, is the Peacock documentary coming out on January 14th. The Making of a Bad Boy. Investigation Discovery has a project in the works as well. It's currently untitled, and this project is going to be produced by the same people who did Quiet on Set. Now, I never watched Quiet on Set. It's essentially about a lot of the mistreatment from the Nickelodeon kids. I just couldn't stomach it. I couldn't watch it. But that project should be coming out later this year, and it'll be airing on HBO Max. And, of course, the final one is the project with 50 Cent, which is in partnership with Netflix. And it's supposed to be a series, and we currently don't have a release date for it at all. So, are you going to watch all of these Diddy documentaries, or can you only stomach 1 or 2 before you feel like I've heard it all before? Leave your comments below. Thanks for hanging out with me. Peace.